guys, so today I'm doing a review video of a palette I just got, the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia palette. I'm officially a beauty guru. Just got this palette literally today and I'm going to be opening it and unboxing it, and I'm also going to be doing some swatches. If you're not already, please subscribe to this channel. If you're feeling a little bit generous, follow me on all my social medias. And with that, let's get on into the unboxing. Okay, first of all, this box is so pretty. I'm gonna cry. So the packaging is so nice. It's like velvet. It says Modern Renaissance. It looks like the box, but it's so nice and velvet. Oh Jesus, no! It shuts magnetically. That's so cool. These are the shades that come with it. Oh my god, this palette is so freaking pretty. So the shades it comes with are Tempera, Golden Ochre, Vermeer, Juan Fresco, Antique Bronze, Love Letter, Cypress Umber, Raw Sienna, Burnt Orange, Primavera, Red Ochre, Venetian Red, Warm Taupe, Real Gold. Those are the shades that the Modern Renaissance come with, and I'm going to be swatching each one. So I'm going to assume this is a blending brush. So it's a dual-sided brush, and it's blending brush, and then this brush, I don't know what it's called. The mirror has a little like Anastasia logo on it, and I'm gonna, ready? So now I'm going to swatch each shade. So the first shade is the Tempera shade. I don't know how to pronounce that. This was actually surprisingly really pigmented. In majority of my palettes, I have either a white or an off-white sort of shade that's used for a base, and a lot of them aren't pigmented, or over time they start to get a little less pigmented. This one's very pigmented, and I really like that. Next shade is Golden Ochre, and this one was also really pigmented. However, I don't know any looks that I could do with Golden Ochre, but I mean, if you have lighter skin, you could probably use Golden Ochre a little bit more, but I feel like I personally won't use Golden Ochre as much. Vermeer is very pigmented. When it's on the palette, it looks like it would be like a pinkish, silverish sort of, but like when you swatch it, it's very silver, very pigmented. Since like the majority of the palette, it's like a bronzy, rose gold, like red sort of thing. It kind of adds like its own, it's like its own shade. Juan Fresco, I like this color a lot. However, again, I wouldn't use it. I tend to not be as attracted to like the pink shades that have a very gray undertone. Like I have this MAC Amber x9 palette, and there's a pink and there's a gray shade, and the pink here reminds me a lot of Juan Fresco. I feel like there is a difference because I feel like the shade from Anastasia is like a lot darker and it's a lot way more pigmented. But again, like I feel like I wouldn't use it as much. Antique Bronze is a very pretty shade. Like, do not get me wrong. On my hand, I know some people say like, I know there's a difference when you swatch it on your hand versus like your face, like with concealers and stuff and eyeshadows. So on my hand, it's literally a concealer with glitter on it, but I don't know how it would look on my eye, so I need to keep an eye out for that. But I think it's a very pretty color. I'm gonna swatch Love Letter one more time because I feel like the first time I swatched it, it was not pigmented, but I kind of disagree with that. I'm still on the fact that Love Letter should be pigmented. Again, Love Letter is such a pretty color, and I was actually so excited for this, and I feel like I'm definitely going to keep using it, even though it's not as pigmented as the other shades, but it's so pretty, and I'm definitely going to use it. Like, there's no doubt that I'm not going to use it no matter how pigmented it is. Cypress Umber is also very pigmented. Cypress Umber is very pigmented. It's very dark. It's like a brownish, but like grayish, but like blackish, you know what I'm saying. Raw Sienna. I was very excited to try Raw Sienna. I think because I was watching Manny Muya. I don't know if it's Manny Muya or Manny MUA, but like I was watching him, and he was talking a lot about Raw Sienna, and I really thought it was really pretty. I think Raw Sienna is very pigmented. It doesn't show up as much on my hand, but I feel like I might use Raw Sienna in some sort of look. I have no idea. Burnt Orange and Raw Sienna are very similar. They both have almost the same amount of pigmentation. I feel like Burnt Orange is a little more pigmented than Raw Sienna, and also Burnt Orange is a more of like a lighter tone. Burnt Orange is a lot brighter, and it's more of like, it's not as burnt orange as it shows up on the palette. When you swatch it, it's very bright. Primavera is so pigmented. It's so pretty. It's very gold and nice. Like, it literally looks like you put glitter on, but like, it's like those kinds of eyeshadows that are like they look glittery on the palette, but when you swatch it, it's just like, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's not very glittery and all over the place, because I know like a lot of glitter eyeshadows, you like put some glitter eyeshadow on your crease and it'll end up like over here, but like that's not how it is with Primavera. Primavera is very like subtle but glittery. I don't think I'm describing Primavera very well. I was very surprised with Red Ochre and Venetian Red, simply because I feel like I had my hopes up with Love Letter, and I feel like I was a little bit disappointed simply because of the pigmentation. So I was like, okay, maybe they made like the reds and the pinks like not as pigmented, but Venetian Red and Red Ochre are very, very pigmented, and they're so pretty. I just don't want to touch them. They're so Warm Taupe is very pigmented. It reminds me of in the MAC Amber x9. There's a gray tone in here, however, it's not as gray. It's more like a beige. Again, I don't know when I would use Warm Taupe, but I feel like I will eventually use it. And finally, last but not least, Real Gar. I again don't know how to pronounce. Real Gar is kind of similar to Burnt Orange and Raw Sienna in the way that they are very orange and beige and brown toned. But I was pleasantly surprised by Real Gar because it showed up on my skin very, very well. Overall, out of 10, I'd probably give this palette like an 8.5, simply because it's so pretty. I think that they did a really good job picking out the shades, and they did a really good job on the pigmentation. Shades fit everybody, so I think that's why they give such a wide variety of shades, because they also incorporated the dark reds and the oranges and the silvers and the golds and the... Out of the 14 shades, there were only like 3, still like probably 3 shades that didn't go well on my skin tone, but that means there's still 11 more to use. So honestly, I would give this like an 8.5, 9 out of 10. I think this is a great palette. I think this is a great palette. I'm going to try it out and then recommend it, but from what I've seen so far, I definitely recommend this palette. That is all I have for you guys today. Expect this little guy in way more videos, like so many more videos, because we're a team now. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel, and if you're feeling a little bit generous, follow me on all my social medias. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.